number one.
Listen, not only was their defense number one last year, I looked it up this morning, it was the youngest defense in the league and the cheapest. So they do everything right. I don't think they're as good at quarterback. I think when you can force Philadelphia to play from behind and you can force them to throw, they're not as dangerous as a Buffalo is forced to throw or a Kansas City is. But again, they do everything well. They GM well. They quarterback well. Their line plays incredible. Saquon Barkley has just been jet fuel to an uber talented roster. So there is my herd hierarchy.
One, I was excited. Familiar teammates. I wasn't shocked necessarily, but excited to be here. Some guys reached out to me like Smitty and them. So was just excited to get here and get going, get acclimated.
Of the quarterbacks in the National Football League right now, he's would have to be at least in the top 5, of all the guys that are still there. Don't bet against Jalen Hurts. That's all I'm going to say. Don't bet against Jalen Hurts because he's going to find a way to beat you.
Hey, Eagles fans, what's up? This is your go-to source for all things birds. And oh man, do we have a blockbuster update from training camp that's got the whole NFL buzzing. We're talking massive injury drama that could flip the script at a crucial position. Our first electrifying glimpse of new trade acquisition John Metchie lighting it up in Philly green, and some serious shakeups in the cornerback wars. Plus, an undrafted underdog who's turning heads and might just steal a roster spot. If you're not locked in yet, hit that subscribe button right now because this news is changing everything as camp winds down. We're diving deep into all the latest from NovaCare Complex, so buckle up, let's break it all down, starting with the state of camp and those heated positional battles. But first, can you believe we're just days away from the final preseason clash with the Jets? Stick around to see how it all ties in. All right, folks. Philadelphia Eagles training camp is barreling toward the finish line like Saquon Barkley on a breakaway run. After Tuesday's grueling session, one of the longest of the summer, clocking in at nearly 2 hours of intense action, the Birds have just one more practice left before their walkthrough and that pivotal preseason finale against the Jets on Friday. Time is ticking. Eagles Nation, this isn't just about fine-tuning plays. It's do or die for roster spots and practice squad berths. We're talking nail-biting decisions on who makes the cut in a Super Bowl contenders lineup. Heading into Tuesday, 3 massive battles were stealing the spotlight. First up, linebacker Jihad Campbell versus Jeremiah Trotter Jr. Both these guys are straight fire. Explosive athletes with instincts that scream starter potential. I'd bet on either one leading the charge without breaking a sweat. Then, safety. Sidney Brown squaring off against Andrew Mukuba. Look, I've got some real concerns here. Depth is thin, but Mukuba balled out in the last preseason game with a pick-6 and fumble recovery, while Brown flashed big time in both exhibitions and has been rock solid all camp. Finally, the cornerback spot. Hands down the most worrisome battle of camp. No one's truly dominated until recently, but things are shifting fast. We'll dive deeper into that chaos next, because the hype train is derailing for one fan favorite while newcomers are surging. You won't believe who's falling behind. Speaking of that cornerback battle, Eagles fans, this one's been a roller coaster that's left us all on edge. Out of every positional fight this summer, this has been the biggest headache. Nobody stepping up big until the emergence of trade addition Jacorian Bennett. Man, did he dominate in the last preseason game? Easily Philly's top corner with lockdown coverage and game-changing plays. If Bennett keeps this momentum, and he's trending hard upward, he could snatch that starter role opposite Quinion Mitchell by week 1. Finally, some positivity in a secondary that's been shaky, but hold on, because while Bennett's stock is skyrocketing, the original frontrunner, Kaylee Ringo, is crashing and burning. Ahead of Tuesday, it looked grim. As reporter Victor Williams noted, Ringo got 0 first-team reps on Monday, dropping to third-team snaps, while even rookie Mac McWilliams jumped him. Worse, he got torched on back-to-back plays by undrafted wideout Darius Cooper. It's heartbreaking. Ringo was a college beast with insane athletic tools, 4.com, 36 speed, and a 38-inch vertical. The potential's there. But this summer, he struggled mightily, failing to put it together. Tuesday sealed it. Adoree Jackson started opposite Mitchell again, leaving Ringo on the outside looking in. Jackson and Bennett are rising fast, but Ringo's hype has vanished. We'll see if he rebounds. But right now, it's not looking good. And speaking of tough days, Tuesday's marathon practice brought a wave of injury updates that could reshape the roster. Let's get into those bombshells next, including one that might hand a starting job on a silver platter. Whoa, Eagles faithful. If the positional battles weren't dramatic enough, Tuesday hit us with an injury report that's got everyone holding their breath. New additions to the list. Backup QB Tanner McKee sidelined with a finger issue. Star left tackle Jordan Mailata out due to a concussion. Wideout Devonta Smith missing with a groin strain. And tight end Dallas Goedert, limited by the same groin tweak. These are huge names. Mailata's our blindside protector. Smith's a 1,000-yard machine. And Goedert's a red zone nightmare. Noteworthy. Absolutely. But I'm not panicking yet. None seem severe enough to sideline them for regular season games. Maybe the staff was extra cautious during that epic 2-hour grind. On top of that, A.J. Brown sat again with his lingering hamstring. But it's all precautionary. Brown's staying sharp mentally, grinding the playbook, and the trainers are playing it smart. I fully expect him at 100% for Week 1, ready to torch defenses with his 1,496 yards from last season vibes. We'll keep you posted on any updates. With AJ and Devonta out, the starting receiver trio was wild. Jahan Dotson, Darius Cooper, and Johnny Wilson. But tragedy struck early. Wilson got rolled up on by Brett Toth during a block. Suffering a lower leg injury that looked nasty, he limped to the tent and got carted off. Scary stuff, especially since Wilson's been a camp standout, shining in the preseason opener against the Bengals with his 6'6" frame and earning rave reviews from RB Will Shipley, who called him a breakout star in the making. Fingers crossed it's minor. Shipley's post-practice praise hints it might not be season-ending. More on that soon. But injuries didn't stop there. A rookie safety's setback could flip the entire battle at that position. Hang tight for the details. And just when you thought the injury list couldn't get more intense, rookie safety Andrew Mukuba went down hard on Tuesday, and this one could be a game-changer. After a one-on-one rep, Mukuba limped off, grabbing his left hamstring, tried to gut it out, but ended up heading inside with trainers. Hamstrings are sneaky beasts. They linger, as we've seen with A.J. Brown. Mukuba could miss weeks, or worse, the regular season start, handing the starting safety gig to Sidney Brown by default. Unless Howie Roseman pulls another rabbit from his hat, even a short absence hurts Mukuba's case. He already missed early camp with a shoulder issue, while Brown's been grinding all summer. Mukuba's preseason heroics, that pick six and fumble recovery, had him surging. But this setback, massive. The safety battle was already tight. Now it's tilted. But let's pivot back to the receivers, where an undrafted gem is making waves, and might have locked in his roster spot amid the chaos. You gotta hear this underdog story next. It's pure inspiration. Circling back to those receivers, Eagles fans, Tuesday delivered a huge boost for undrafted rookie Darius Cooper. Potentially Philly's best camp story. With AJ and Devonta sidelined, Cooper snagged first-team reps over Aeneas Smith, starting alongside Dotson and Wilson. That's massive. Post-Metchie trade, I pegged Cooper and Smith duking it out for the final WR spot. Cooper's dominance, tons of targets, and big plays. Screams he's made the team. Reporter Elliot Shore-Parks agrees. One main takeaway. Darius Cooper has made the team, injuries or not. He's getting first-team reps, and the ball thrown his way. We won't know for sure until cutdown day, but this is hugely encouraging for the kid who's beaten vets like Ringo in drills. Cooper's speed and hands could add special teams spark too. What a rise. But the real excitement, our newest bird, John Metchie. Hitting the field for the first time, his debut was electric. Let's break down why he's got us hyped for the offense's future. Tuesday wasn't just about injuries and battles. It was John Metchie's grand entrance as an Eagle, traded from the Texans just Sunday for a 2026 fifth-rounder and T.E. Harrison Bryant. Metchie suited up, chatted with Alabama buddy Devonta Smith, crushed WR drills, and even caught a pass from Nick Sirianni. In team sessions, he grabbed second-team reps, understandable for a newbie adjusting, but flashed big with a 15-yard seam catch from Kyle McCord. At likely WR4, Metchie's versatility shines. Speed, route, running finesse, and multi-position flexibility. He's overcome injuries early in his career but looked sharp last year. As he told reporters, "I'm just trying to bring something dynamic to this already explosive offense." OC Kevin Patullo raved about adding competition and depth. Howie Roseman strikes again. Whether depth, special teams, or stepping up, Metchie's got us buzzing. But how did the offense fare overall with all these absences? Jalen Hurts' day was a mixed bag. We'll dissect his stats and a former coach's glowing endorsement next. Moving to the offense, it wasn't their finest hour Tuesday amid the injuries. The defense dominated most drills, but Jalen Hurts, solid numbers. 1-8 for 2-4, 2 TDs, but one ugly INT thrown right to Nolan Smith targeting Saquon Barkley. Oof, but flip it. Props to Smith for the playmaking pick. As I've said all camp, don't overread practice stats. Hurts is QB1 for a reason. And speaking of Hurts, ex-Eagles coach Doug Peterson, who drafted him and won a Super Bowl here, dropped fire praise this week. Of the quarterbacks in the NFL right now, he'd have to be at least in the top 5. Don't bet against Jalen Hurts. He's going to find a way to beat you. Peterson, now eyeing a comeback, knows firsthand. Hurts has evolved leaps beyond his rookie days, outshining peers like Kyler Murray and Tua Tagovailoa, with a Super Bowl MVP and 2-0 head-to-head record against his old coach. With 4,167 passing yards and 26 TDs last season, Hurts is elite, and camp sharpness in the range shows he's primed. As camp wraps, the birds are reloaded. But we've got more to cover in the lead-up to the season. Don't go anywhere. The finale's coming up with your call to action. Whew, what a whirlwind. Eagles Nation. From Metchie's seamless integration to injury scares like Mukuba's and Wilson's, the cornerback shuffle, and Cooper's breakout, camp's been pure drama. The Birds head into their last practice Wednesday, walk through Thursday, and Jets preseason Friday as defending champs with minimal holdouts but real depth tests. No major trades demanded. But injuries to stars like Landon Dickerson remind us, health is king. As we gear up for Week 1, remember Pedersen's words, don't bet against this squad. Led by top 5 QB Jalen Hurts. If you love this deep dive, smash that like button. Let's hit 500 today. Drop comments. How big is Mukuba's injury? First thoughts on Metchie. What's your bold roster prediction? Subscribe and turn on notifications. I'm covering every practice, game, and rumor till kickoff. Trust me, you won't want to miss the fireworks. Thanks for watching, Birds fans. Fly. Eagles. Fly.